Hello my friends, and welcome back to Paulina Art. Today we're going to be painting our Siberian irises using the one-stroke technique. On our previous video we did this watercolor alcohol drop effect or blurry effect onto the background using all the colors that we are going to use to paint our flowers. Now, because I have my sketch on paper, it is very easy for me to move it around and decide exactly where my flowers are gonna go. And once I'm happy with that, I use some painter's tape to secure it in there. And I just trace it with some tracing paper that I put right in here. Now, I have already traced my flowers lightly. If you think your flowers are too dark, all you have to do is go over it with an eraser and erase a little bit so you won't see the pencil lines after you're done. Okay, I'm going to be using this brush for everything. This is a Donna Dewberry 5/8 brush. And it's an angle brush, and my preference is to use an angle brush for all of my one-stroke painting. Now, if you prefer a flat brush, that's totally fine. The thing to keep in mind when you're using an angle brush is where you're going to put your color. On a flat brush it doesn't matter because you just flip it, but when you're using a flat brush you have to be very conscious about where your color is going to go. Now I'm going to dip my brush in a little bit of medium, which is the Folk Art blending gel. And my colors are in here. They are the same ones I use to create the background. Now, because the way my flowers are going to be, I know that my white is going to have to be in there on the heel of the brush, and on the toe I'm going to have to put my dark eggplant. So I don't like to use a very small brush because I find it's very difficult to get two colors in the brush. So this is about the smallest I use. I'm going to go ahead and pick up white where I need my white, and I'm going to pick up my eggplant on the other end of the brush. And I'm going to work it in on a separate dish. I find this works really well for me. Now this painting, I want to create a loose watercolor feel, so it's not going to worry too much if it's perfect. In fact, I don't want it to be all the flowers perfect and all the leaves perfect. I don't want that. Okay. I'm going to start by painting this one. I'm only going to paint a couple of flowers with you because the technique is the same. So using my white in there, I'm just going to, actually I'm going to do this one first. So I'm going to press my brush and I'm just going to move it just like that. And it's done. Now I feel I need a little bit more white, so I'm going to remove a little bit of this purple in there. And I'm going to pick up a little bit more white on the heel. I feel it just needs a little bit more. And I'm going to go ahead and blend it. Sometimes it happens with this technique that your colors get a little mixed and all you have to do is just do it again. Okay, I'm going to do it again here. Okay, I see more of my white. This is what I want to do. I might have had too much blending gel, and that can happen sometimes. Okay, we're going to do this one. And this, we're going to go this way. Okay, and then we're going to go the other way because this leaf is larger. We're going to do both sides. I'm picking up more paint on my brush and I'm going to do this side. I'm going to move my paper because I feel this is easier for me if I move the paper around. And I'm gonna do the other side of the leaf by pressing my white and just wiggle it a little bit like that to give the flower nice movement to the leaf. And I might just go over this one just a little bit like that. Okay, and then I'm going to move to the other one, which is that one. And I just want this, I'm only going to do it with one stroke because I only see the side. I'm going to press my brush and just go like that, and it's done. Now for the top leaves, I'm going to put more color on my brush, more of my dark and a little bit of my white, and I'm going to make sure my brush is nice and coated. And because the dark part, I want the darkness part in there this time, because the leaves of an iris, these ones are open, so you see the openness of the leaf. These ones are still closed and facing up, so I want the darkness to show in there. So I'm going to start with the center one. I'm just going to press my brush with the dark at the bottom. I'm just going to wiggle and make it nice and loose, just like that. And I'm going to do the same for the side here. I usually just do on my irises to make it less complicated. I do 3 open at the bottom and 3 at the top, 3 close at the top. You can add more if you want to, but like I said, I want this to be nice and loose. And I'm going to do my last one in here, and I'm going to press and wiggle a little bit, and there we go. Okay, I'm going to do this little one. That one is a closed bud, so I am going to do the same as this one. It's just going to be like that. That's how I'm going to leave that. And this is how I'm going to paint all of my flowers. Now this one is more open like that one. So this one I'm going to do on camera. I'm going to do it exactly the same as I did that one, just because I can see more of the leaf that is open. So I'm going to do it this way first, and then I want to turn my paper around, just loading my brush. Really important that the brush has lots of paint. And I'm going to, if you can do it without moving your paper, that's fine, but for me this helps. And I'm going to do the other side like that. I did this one like this just because you can see more of that one. Okay, and then I'm going to do that one exactly the same. Actually, I'm going to do this one first, and this one I'm only going to go one way because I feel this one is more close. I'm going to press my brush, and there we go. And I'm going to do that one now. Loading up my brush, getting some paint. I usually like to keep it simple and use one brush for everything. Okay, I'm going to do this leaf here. There we go. I like to add a little bit of movement to my leaf. I find it looks more artsy that way. And here I'm going to finish this one up. There we go. That looks beautiful. I'm very happy with it. And let's finish the top of the flower. And we are not changing the order of the paint. We're keeping it exactly the same. On the brush, we got the dark on the toe, and we're going to press it down. We're going to do the middle one first. Press it down and wiggle, picking up more paint and just putting it in my brush. Then I'm going to do the 2 side ones. And then the last one. I'm going to pick up more paint, and I'm going to do the last one here. And there you go, my friends. I'm going to come back once all my flowers are painted, and we will move on to the leaves and the stems. Okay, my friends, so as you can see, I've finished all my Siberian Iris flowers, and I started doing the stems, just so this video is not super long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to dip my brush into my gel medium. I'm going to pick up some orange on the toe and some green on the heel, just like that. And I'm going to blend it really well, just like this. Okay, and I'm going to finish these two and that one so you can see them. This little one here. Okay, we're going to start with this one. So we want the orange on the toe of the brush, and we are just going to do it this way. And we're going to do the stem coming down. We're going to finish this one here, just like that. And we're going to drag it down. And we're going to do this one. And we're going to drag the stem down. Now you can add more color. I'm going to do this one again, just fixing it up a little bit like that. We are going to add some of these leaves or branches to our Siberian irises. The Siberian iris is a beautiful winter flower, and in some calendars is also considered the flower of the month of February, along with the violet. It just amazes me that such beautiful flower can grow during the winter month. So that's that. Now we're going to add, you can use a Q-tip. I am using my liner brush, and I'm picking up some yellow. I'm picking up a little bit of yellow like this. I want it very watery. And I'm going to add the center of my irises. Now these leaves are open, so it's showing these little seeds, I imagine. And this is open that way. So we're going to do the seeds going that way. And yeah, adding these little seeds in there really helps shape the leaves. There we go. And then we're going to do this one. Hopefully you can see it. Going to do the center first. And we're going to add a little bit in here. And in here we can add some. Now another thing we can do, just to add a little bit more contrast, is we can pick up just some dark green with our brush, with this Donna Dewberry angle brush that we've done all our paintings. I'm just going to pick up some dark green this time, just like that, and going to pick up a little bit of medium in there, and I'm going to add a few dark, just for contrast, a little bit of darkness in there. One last thing that I'm going to do, my friends, which I'm going to do off camera, is with a round brush like this one. I'm going to pick up a lot of watery purple, and I'm just going to go like this and add some purple, so it has some nice purple splashes in there. This is how we create this beautiful composition of the Siberian Iris, a beautiful winter flower that is also considered the flower of the month of February. I hope you enjoy this video. Have fun painting your Siberian Iris, and we will see you on the next one. If you enjoy this video, you know what to do. Thank you so much for watching.